Veil of Summer and Once Upon a Time are also banned in this format. All right, so Green-Black Explorer. For those that weren't playing Standard last season before rotation, Explorer refers to the Explore package here, which is Merfolk Branchwalker, Jadelight Ranger, and Wildgrowth Walker. These are cards that add a good bit of consistency to our deck through the Explore mechanic, letting us draw lands or filter through the top of our deck. And then Wildgrowth Walker, paired with these Explore creatures, allows us to have a good buffer against most aggressive decks by gaining us a good deal of life. In Pioneer here, we pair these cards today with good black interaction. Thoughtseize and Fatal Push are some of the most efficient tools in this format. Decay and Trophy answer a lot of different things as well. Murderous Rider, just incredibly flexible and powerful, answer threat split card. You think Zero Tracker is wrong. I actually don't think Tracker is very good in this format. The lack of fetch lands makes Tracker pretty bad. The amount of mana you have to invest into it to get a real return tends to feel pretty bad. I've got 2 copies of Nissa Vastwood Seer here, which guarantees fetches a land even when it dies, and then when it eventually flips over in longer games, it allows us to generate card advantage every single turn guaranteed without spending extra mana. So, and while things could definitely change as the format develops more, I've been underwhelmed up until this point with Tracker in this format. I don't think Fabled Passage is very good. I think Fabled Passage tends to be worse than a lot of these other cards that we're playing. The fact that it comes into play tapped early is a very real drawback in a lot of situations. So as far as card advantage cards concerned go in this format, I've got Vastwood Seer, Nissa Vital Force, and then Last Hope here on the sideboard. Dude Light. I can't remember how many bits I needed for the burrito emote, so here's a bunch. If possible, let's play Kisis Historic combo this week. Definitely, Dude Light. You rock. Thanks for the absurd amount of bits. That 10k gets you the burrito, the eating jester, and the whale emote. I appreciate the support. All right, let's dive on into a league with this one and see how it goes. And then, Dude Light, 10k is enough for a cut the line, actually. So you can let me know if you'd like to see Historic Kisis as the first Historic deck today, or if you'd like to see it on Friday. Friday's going to be our other Historic day this week. So dealer's choice on that. Ryu Bakura, thank you for the third of a year, the quarter, fractions, the quarter of a year. Welcome back. On vacation for the rest of the year, so here's to the year. Great troops. It's been 39 months, Tron Dragon. It's a long time. Thanks for keeping me around. How are the spreadsheets this morning? Our first deck was a little bit of a dumpster fire, but we had a good time. Had some good rants. Even though the first deck was a dumpster fire, the YouTube video will probably get a lot of clicks because I have to tag it NSFW language. On top of being a little bit sick, I started a new tray for my Invisalign last night, which basically makes it feel like I've been punched in the mouth constantly. Let's make it happen today, Dude Light. It'll be up after this one. Let's do it. And the first league actually went quick enough that I can probably just do 4 Historic decks today. How's the Invisalign been working? I think it's going well. $50,000 in dental surgery done. Woof. Ooh, this is interesting. Thantalos, thanks for the 14 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. My opponent has piqued my interest. Marvel Glimmer Ulamog. Interesting. All right, so I have another Thoughtseize. Yeah, I had my wisdom teeth out like 3 years ago. They took all 4. And I actually was awake when they pulled my wisdom teeth out because it was like $1,500 to like get knocked unconscious while they did it. So I elected to just, do it while I was conscious because it was cheaper. Dan, the Mind Sculptor, thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Hope you're having a great Tuesday wherever you're at. Just hit 100k shillings. I missed an entire week of the stream. And you know what they say? Shill Streets never sleeps. Back to the number 2-bit slot. Thanks for the biddies, Rhino. That must have been like pulling teeth. That, accurate. Yeah, my good health insurance wouldn't cover getting knocked out to remove the wisdom teeth. So they just did a local numbing and then pulled them out. They drew another Marvel and they have Glimmer. Well, shoot. I think I'm just gonna take the Glimmer here and hope they brick on a land. All right, well, they only have 2 energy, so you know. Abrupt Decay looking real bad in the face of their 4-mana thing. We won a game, Jin. Merry non-denominational winter celebration. Mr. Bips, thank you for the absurd pile of bits. Happy holidays to you as well. No worries, Polly. I'm not in the most ideal states of pain in mind at the moment, so I was probably a little bit too fighty as well. And Mr. Bips, if there's anything you'd like to see on stream, as always, be sure to let me know. Always love the people that support my content, to kind of have some dictation of what we do and when we do it. Huh. I wonder if I was supposed to just play an untapped land and play Murderous Rider there. Yikes. All right. Brick, 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 brick. Everybody clench. Everybody clench. All right. Don't do me dirty. Don't do me dirty. Survey says. Hold the door. Please cast a removal spell that kills Jadelight Ranger. Yep. Does Trophy get better or worse than Decay with no more Oko? That's a good question. I'm not sure is the answer. Genuinely not sure. Does Cage stop Marvel? Cage stops Marvel, right? Yeah, you're casting it from the library? Yeah, you're casting it from the library, right? No, it says you can't play spells from the library. You can't play spells from graveyards or library, so it stops everything. No, they can't Planeswalker you. There's two lines on this card. It says creatures in graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield, and players can't cast spells from graveyards or libraries. So it should stop all Marvel activations. This seems good. Cut my cheap removal. Bring in Trophy, Cage, Duress. Wildgrowth Walker, like, gaining life isn't super relevant here, but I just want all of my threats in this matchup, I think. Cut my cheap removal. This is my last resort. Do 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 do. Boop boop boop. Can't freestyle the rest of these lyrics. Do 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 do. What's the website that I use for draw probabilities? It's just a hypergeometric distribution calculator. StatTrek is the one that at the top of my Google search. I'm pretty sure we didn't have Papa Roach. Did we not have Papa Roach on the music list? Well, I'm glad we rectified that. This hand doesn't have any disruption in it, but it's just like, has a good clock, so hopefully we'll draw some disruption. I like what the opponent's doing with their deck. As we saw from the previous league, the traditional, like, ramp aggressive Marvel deck doesn't seem very good in this format. But playing a more controlling build like what they're doing seems really interesting. Yeah, Turbo Marvel doesn't seem great. However, like, Sultai Control Marvel seems potentially very interesting. Like, I bet they're playing Glint Sleeve Siphoner, and I've talked a number of times where I genuinely think Glint Sleeve Siphoner is, like, the best energy payoff in this format. So neat to see some potential real innovation from this opponent. What's his name? Oh, I'm blanking on the player's name, but one of the best responses I saw yesterday was like, the year is 2022. You're 3-0 in the tournament before a card in your deck gets banned. A new record. You usually bring 12 decks with you to the tournament to make it through. I was like, that was a good one. No, it wasn't Nelson. Pretty sure it wasn't Nelson. There were a lot of good comments on the post too. Remember when I said we were just gonna attack a bunch? Yeah, let's do it. Don't languish me, bro. I guess even if they languish me, Wildgrowth Walker lives. Alright, sweet. Their answers lined up less good into what we were doing that game. Hey, yeah, that's it. There's the tweet. The comments on it are great. I don't know if this is keepable. We're on the draw. What's my curve look like? Wouldn't fault anyone for mulliganing this. Yeah, the new Ashiok seems neat. It is a roundabout way for blue and black to deal with artifacts and enchantments, which is neat, because that's generally outside their color pie. Hey, look, there's that glint sleeve siphoner I was talking about. Yeah, that thread Steam Flogger is one of the first times in a long time that I didn't regret looking at the comments. Glimmer with glint sleeve as well is super sweet, because glimmer basically means, with glint sleeve, basically means you draw, basically means you draw an extra card, right? It like turns glimmer into a scry 2, draw 3. Right on time 2-drop. That's interesting, too tall. I don't remember that. Do not recall that one, but I believe that it happened. Do I lead on this? They have a Noxious Grasp in hand. Yeah, Dan, I'd be surprised if Wicked Wolf Goose are good enough. Maybe there's some kind of Jund Oven style deck that's still competitive in this format. Like you could pivot to like Trail of Breadcrumbs like we did in Standard. I could honestly see that maybe being okay. If you wanted to still explore the food package, Trail of Breadcrumbs and Mayhem Devil would definitely be the direction I would recommend exploring. We played some Jund Oven in Historic on Magic Arena, and it felt okay there. So maybe some of the power level of that with like better cards like Thoughtseize could translate potentially okay to this format. You could, pivoting to more Gruul could also be okay. We played a, this is menacing, so we can't block. We played a 3-mana Kiora plus Glory Banger is a real good combo. Yep. We've got a lot of life in cards. Yeah, gonna have a real hard time here. They just have so much energy with Glint Sleeve Siphoner. They're just drawing so many cards. And like this is making sure they don't lose much life either. 3-mana Kiora, the one that gets to untap it. Because you can untap Glory Banger and exert it every single turn while you can untap it. It's super powerful. I also like the idea that because their opponent's playing a control shell, they can just, like, actually cast their bombs on occasion. So you can just, like, survive to cast Ulamog and Emrakul. Okay, they swung and they missed. I think we're probably still dead. I suppose we could draw an Assassin's Trophy here. They get to crack this in response to these triggers next turn and draw 3 cards if they want. I suppose they could also crack this and just spin Marvel again here too, though, and just draw nothing. They also get to get 2 energy from attacking with Siphoners. Great, they bricked last time. Can they brick again? Probably not. They'd be pretty unlucky to brick again. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Thank you, Flogger. We did. Energy, the proto-food. I think clues are probably more comparable to the proto-food. It does say comb, doesn't it? That's what I get for adding to the stream title mid, Man, we are just like in the Pioneer Power Hour, huh? Everybody's like, they banned Oko, Kaladesh. Kaladesh is the busted thing. Everybody flocked to Kaladesh. Hey, Onin School, thanks for the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. But it's just like, Jeff just got done trash talking. Jeff just got done trash talking Marvel. Time to have Marvel stick it to him twice. All right, how lucky are we? Okay, they have a puzzle knot as well here. Mana probably means puzzle knot. Harness lightning, sure. Brick, 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 brick. Never forget, chat, magic in no way, shape, or form resembles gambling. It is a high skill, low variance game. The 3 life saved them. The 3 life saved them. Do I kill Chandra here? I think I'm supposed to kill Chandra here. I'm putting them to 5 still, which means they're at 8. Am I supposed to kill Chandra? I think I'm supposed to kill Chandra. So, They get a redraw here. They get to spin to win again. Brick! Build your house of bricks, please! Please! I think there's a chance they're dead through that, so let's pass. Think there's a chance we beat this if we, like, draw a brick and then draw a good card. So, like, they get to attack in with my Wildgrowth Walker and block with their Emrakul here. And they could trade Jadelight for their Servant of the Conduit. Like, that's about all they got. Morning, Johan. We've had a fun stream. The decks have been a little bit middling, but the games have been fun. So we got that going for us. Yeah, that was well played on their part. We are at 32, so that's good for us. That one right back where it is. Send Questing Beast in the faceward direction. Yeah. Promised end, eh? You think we could sue Emrakul for false advertising? I feel like Emrakul didn't really deliver on the end that was promised there, huh? Oh, it's just their end? Okay. Just miscommunication problem. There was an end, just not the one they wanted. It was a ruse. Yeah, I'll run it. Again, just bringing in trophy, cages. Maybe I want these Duresses. Maybe Duress is good. Fatal Push is probably a little medium here. Vital Force a little slow. Non-rotating formats tend to be centered around cards that are busted. So, like, I think a lot of people have a hard time evaluating cards outside of their bubble. Because, like, even in Standard, Oko was always paired with Nissa. And, like, all I'm going to say is, if you think Oko was the root of his own problem, there's a reason why blue-green is still the best color combination in Standard after they banned Oko. That is what I would implore you to consider. Consider the fact that blue-green is still the best color combination in Standard post-Oko. Brady, thanks for the half a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yes, after banning a bunch of cards, including Oko, blue-green is still the best. The gods are very angry, chat. I think I'm in for a trophy. This is the part where other people point out that Oko's very good in other formats without Nissa in my YouTube comment section. And then I would implore them to consider the fact that, Oko in those other formats where Nissa isn't legal and where Nissa isn't played heavily, Astrolab is doing something very similar to Nissa. Most of the Oko decks are pairing with Astrolab in the formats where that card is legal. Boarding in Xenagos against my Questing Beast deck seems real loose. I guess it traded for Branchwalker, but like, humph. This card's great. Something that actually made me twitch and kind of want to play some Legacy is someone pointed out the other day that this card beats True Name Nemesis when it makes True Name Nemesis not be able to block, which is really sweet. I loved playing terrible green decks in Legacy for a long time, and they printed True Name and made those decks largely much worse than they were prior to that. So the fact that like the green decks have a card they can Green Sun for that beats True Name is kind of neat. So we're dead? I think we're dead, chat. That's a big spider. A big spidery menace. And they have Delirium here. I don't think I'm capable of beating 2 Ishkanaz. And there's like an Emrakul looming too. Yeah, Xenagos, not great. Ishkana, pretty good. I bring in a couple of Languish? Probably not. Yeah, Grass kills the 3/5 elegantly. The first game we ran them down. Sure. If we draw any third land, Vastwood Seer gets us to the fourth land. Perfect. It's even a black source, so we'll have all our colors here. Hey, Mushy Sasquatch. Thank you for the 12 months of support. I appreciate the entire year. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Another real lurker MVP. 0 messages sent, an entire year subbed. Thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one. Am I supposed to kill this since I drew lands? Alright, I missed a point of damage. I think I'm supposed to kill this. Obviously, I missed a point of damage there. I don't think I'm supposed to double down my mistake into making another mistake, though. I think I'm supposed to just kill their acceleration and their color fixing. They're playing Traverse too. Interesting. Just lay the land dot deck. Yeah, when you click on a user, I'm going to use you as an example, Mitsu. It's actually, Twitch is so good. When you click on a user, you can see their messages, their timeout and ban count. Mods can leave comments here. And you can scroll through and see what just their messages are, which is great, because when someone says, hey, I was wrongfully timed out or banned, you can go back and look and see if they were telling the truth or not. It's also exceptionally good for me, because when people are like, Jeff, I was wrongfully timed out by one of your mods, I can go back and look and see that it was me that timed them out most of the time. Hey, Too Tall Jones, thanks for the entire year of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Let's go to Planeswalker here. Can mods see mod comments on their own name? Yes. Interesting. That's their only play here. That's good for us. What you got? Oh, well. This is the part where we hope they never draw lands, right? We have a plan. I don't know that it's a good plan, but we have a plan. Dragon Master Outcast. That's ambitious. If you control 6 or more lands, okay, so it doesn't do anything yet. Don't need that one. In for that, right? It kills them pretty quickly. Was hoping to hit a land there to cast Murderous Rider, but looks like we're gonna get to run them down here. Yeah, I can fit anything else in here with my foot, chat? Anything else fit in here along with my foot? Ishkanah is so good. Probably some water to fill the gaps, yep. I got timed out for having 0 timeouts. Be nice to Matsu. Be nice to... Mods, play nice. Oh, glad, yeah. Alright, so I should... so if I trophy this, they're dead, right? Because this is a haste creature, effectively. And they're at 1. Is Ishkanah good in this format? I'd be kind of surprised if Ishkanah is good in this format. For anybody wondering what a balanced 5-mana Nissa looks like, this is it. Anybody wondering? The flip walkers are excellent designs. I agree. If you ask me for one of my favorite designs after adventures, I think flip walkers would be it. They're all very well done. They're powerful cards without being overbearing. Lots of opportunity to interact with them. Yeah, see, it looks good. Probably bottom a Jadelight Ranger here. Interesting note, Flip Nissa has the longest Oracle text of any card if you combine both sides. That is a neat note. I agree, Aaron. Like, obvious 2019 design issues aside, I think Eldraine is a very successful set. Did we find Tolarian Community College's alt account? Oh, BN Trustee. I'm pretty sure they're a sub. That name sounds familiar. Take Silvergill Adept. Take their 2 for 1. What historic deck on your website would you recommend? Depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking to ladder efficiently, the Knights deck or the Soul Sisters deck would be my recommendation. I didn't say all of them were competitive Astox. I said the designs on them were really well done. Which those two things are different. All right, so their last 2 cards are land 4-mana spell. So I'm going to go ahead and Jadelight Ranger here. I can wait a turn to Thoughtseize. Black Source is great. Sorry, I'm not used to having to re-show my head. So while I'm sick, in addition to muting, I'm hiding my camera when I have to blow my nose. So Wildgrowth Walker is actually a great draw here because it gives me something to do while playing my tap land and my Thoughtseize. Just curves out great. Hey, that's a good one. Yeah, I don't have the flu or anything like that. Just a cold. I have a 4.5-year-old and an almost 6-year-old, or as I like to refer to them, my personal plague carriers. So like, you know, they're also both at different schools right now, which means we get germs from a wide range of places. Winning game 1 here is probably absurd for us. I can't imagine they get better post-board than we do. We just have infinite removal to sideboard in here. I like how on your website you moved modern decks into the other category. Yeah, I just haven't had time. I'm gonna eventually put a note on all of the modern decks up on my website that notes that they're not going to be kept up to date like everything else anymore. I just don't have the drive to do that for that format any longer. I think leaving in a pair of Thoughtseizes here is fine. Maybe it's worse than just having more trophies. We just want all Doomblades. Yeah, it's probably just all Doomblades on deck. I'm doing okay. I used to think I had a great immune system before I had kids. Turns out I was just really good at avoiding people who sneeze directly into my eyeballs. Painfully accurate. Modern still exists in a way that people who enjoy getting blood mooned and troned and valakutted and mox opaled will still play Modern. But Exactly how many people fall into the category of that remains to be seen. I wouldn't be surprised if that group of people isn't particularly large. I think asking if it's too late to fix Modern misses the point that Modern's not broken. If people thought Modern was broken, they'll stop playing it. And there's always going to be people like, I know the things I just listed there, a lot of people think they suck, myself included, I think they suck. But there's a lot of people who enjoy all of those things I just listed, or most of them. And like, if you're someone who doesn't enjoy those things, that's okay. That means Modern's not for you. Yeah, like, one of the great things about Magic is that Magic isn't just one game. Magic is like a bunch of different games all rolled up into under this one banner. So just because you don't like elements of Modern doesn't mean you have to say you don't enjoy Magic. It just means you don't enjoy that format of Magic, and there's still other parts that you can enjoy. Yeah, it's a game system is the most accurate way to describe it. All right, so a lot of sequencing considerations on this turn. I think I want to save the Fatal Push for next turn, because next turn I can Kalitas plus push at the same time. So I think my plan here is to go cast down this Deeproot, trophy this Mistbinder, just while they're tapped out here. And then next turn we can go land Kalitas push. The Merfolk deck we're going to be playing later today is a historic deck. So that is a different format than what we are currently playing. So we are currently playing Pioneer. Historic is the non-rotating format on Magic Arena. All right, if this last card's not like a Spell Pierce or a Dive Down, we should be pretty good to go here. Looks like they're auto-passing. My LGS doesn't have Friday Pioneer, and I'm sad it's not supported as much here. I really don't like Modern. I'm actually taking apart to my next trade into Pioneer. I think it'll become more popular as things develop. This came in at 4, and they're scrying 2, so next turn I can Murderous Rider this Tidebinder Mage, sack the zombie to Kalitas, kill their Nissa. This game's looking to be quite the runaway for us. We'll go up to 10 because Kalitas lifelinks. I would be incredibly surprised if Pioneer is not the most popular competitive format in Magic by the end of 2020. I would actually not recommend buying into Pioneer until after the last regular ban list update happens later in January. They said January 6th will be the last rapid fire ban list update for this format. I didn't read the Goldfish article about the future of Magic. I don't have an opinion on it. I will say this, without having read their article, you can tell me if what I'm about to say lines up with it if you've read it. I think The future, Blake and Trusty, yeah. Yeah, Kalitas is really good. Good luck in the rest of your league. I think the future of paper competitive Magic probably has a shelf life. I would be surprised if 10 years from now, Wizards of the Coast is still running competitive paper tournaments. I think third-party circuits like NRG and Star City will definitely still exist and have a following. But I think if Wizards' goal is to promote their game as a whole, their resources are better invested in digital Magic from the competitive perspective. Tournament series like NRG and Star City have a personal vested interest in promoting paper Magic because buying and selling paper cards is how they make their money. But in terms of just promoting Magic in its entirety of its brand as a game, digital is much better at that than paper could ever dream of being. They're more or less the same since legal. That's not true, Manjoey. There are a lot more sets that are modern legal than there are sets that are pioneer legal by a significant margin. Not only is there no cheating in digital, not only is there no cheating in digital, but there's no honest mistakes. Like, whenever you see random pitchforks on Reddit about someone who made a play mistake on stream that was likely innocent, like, those people aren't good enough to play Magic at a level that they could ever be in a position to be on camera to make an innocent mistake like that. They think that everybody who's ever made a game mistake ever is gaming the system and out to get them. That's just not how it works. Magic's a very complicated game. There's lots of things to keep track of at all points, and it's very easy to miss things. Like, there's literally a video of me from, I think it was the Baltimore Open in 2015 or 2016, the one where I played Temur Moons, where I played 2 lands in a really long turn where I was playing quickly. I'm like, I didn't play 2 lands in that turn on purpose, but it definitely happened, and it's on camera of me doing it. Just like, there's another video where I think I was playing against Tom Ross, and he was playing Tron at another Open, where, like, he played 2 lands against me, and neither of us caught it. It's just like, sometimes your lands that have activated abilities feel like spells, and you miss that it was your land drop for the turn when you're, like, thinking through your plays ahead of time. So they have a Fatal Push here, so I unfortunately can't fire up Hissing Quagmire and kill this. And they picked Obsidian back up from their graveyard, so, like, I don't really want to trophy this. Maybe I'm just playing Scavenging Ooze. I think I'm just going to play Skews to eat their Fatal Push. This is the second deck of the day. We played Temur Marvel for the first deck today. That's fairly medium. Almost said fairly reasonable. It was not reasonable. It was real bad. Man, Ghost Daddy. They were really fortunate to get aggressive with this and spin down and hit Ghost Dad. I guess I can play Marsh here, fire up Quagmire, smack Last Hope for 2. I'm going to take 7 from Obsidian here. But then next turn, I can have Quagmire kill Liliana and trophy Ghost Dad before he hits me again. Nine? No, it's 5 plus 2. 7. It's a 9-point swing, but they're gaining 2 for 2 of it. Oh, yeah, you're right. It is 9 because he's guaranteed to come back again. Fair. Right, if this works and we kill Obsidian, we could be okay. Yeah, I think we're probably dead here, huh? Oh, I'm so dumb. Yeah, I played that poorly. I should have just... I didn't reassess my line when I drew the decay. I should have just decayed this and then trophied. And then trophied the Robes of Debt. That was a mistake on my part. So my play was bad. Definitely should have played that differently once I drew the decay. Wildgrowth Walker seems pretty bad here. Hey, thanks for the biddies, engineering. Kalitas is probably fine. I'm gonna trim a couple of Wildgrowth Walkers. I don't know if this is lowering my threat density too much, but the life gain's not super relevant here. It's probably fine. I don't know if 2 decays is good. Or sideboarding cards. Are they all magic cards? You can tell me if they're all magic cards. If they've got a Yu-Gi-Oh card up their sleeve, we're going to figure it out real quick. There's a Keyforge card? Oh no. I'm going to play Castle out here, so that way, if they play a Planeswalker, I can Murderous Rider it. You know, assuming it's not 3-mana Teferi. Screw this guy. You're next. You're next, turd. You're next. You're at the top of the hit list. Nobody loves you. Nobody loves you. I have really great hopes that this card is just going to eat it. Just eat it, eat it. Eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it. Do 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 do. Get to grab a forest. Get to add Gids to my trophy case. No, I don't think so, WinMagus. We played the Citadel deck in Historic a little bit, and that format's even less brutal than this one, and it wasn't good enough there. 6. This format's less brutal than Modern, but it's not play a 6-mana thing, good enough. Especially when, like, your life total needs to be high for that card to be good. Why does this card keep a loyalty after it cycles? It's really impressive, just like how close they got to these things being okay and just missed the numbers by 1. Like if Teferi just came in with 3 loyalty, he'd be perfectly fine. If you just like had to plus him before you got to keep him and draw a card, just perfectly reasonable. All right. That's the card we can never beat. Got it. Get it, got it, good. Well, Questing Beast was the best draw in the deck there. Unfortunately, we are not particularly good at Magic. Yeah, there's a lot of ways they could have done it. Opponents can't play spells on your turn would make it better, so that way it didn't randomly host things like 4-mana Chandra and 3-mana Chandra and everything else. Hey, thanks for the 1.5 years, Virgo. I appreciate that. Welcome back. We're probably pretty dead here. Dig Through Time is better than Drawn from Dreams, and it's not close. Not even a little. Not even a little. This is the burrito match, chat. For those of you at home that get stressed out in high pressure situations, I don't wanna ruffle your feathers, but there's $7 entire riding on this match. It's kind of a big deal. And by that I mean Magic the Gathering Online in no way resembles online gambling. Definitely not. Kalitas in the opener is probably pretty good against whatever their deck is doing. Yeah, I'm gonna top that. Seems fine. Kalitas is very good. Agreed. Should be in basically every black deck. So, not blocking these because they want cards in their graveyard. So, just going to take a little bit of damage. Once I deploy Kalitas to the table, these won't get their dice triggers. Yeah, this is the Sultai Driven to Despair deck. Have I spent money on Magic Online cards this year? That's a good question. What's my expenses spreadsheet say? Wow, have I really not put any money into Magic Online this year? I know I bought a bunch at the end of last year. Have I been writing on that? Yeah, huh. I actually haven't bought MTGO tickets this year. Wild. My 2018 expenditures say I logged $350 on Moto tickets. But yeah, I'd assume we're pretty close to infinite. Like, even with playing a lot of medium decks, like, we still 4-1 pretty consistently. I'm marginally above average at Magic, believe it or not. Would I replace Oko with in Just Skyfires? Probably just some other random Planeswalkers, Polly. I honestly, like, if you watch the wrap-up from yesterday, I wasn't even sure if that card was good in that deck. I would like to kill a bunch of your stuff, please, and get a bunch of zombies. Like, how many tickets do I have currently? I currently have 100 tickets, and 61 treasure chests is like another 150 tickets, and I have $6 worth of play points. Yeah, I think I'd take Dredge as a modern deck. I actually really like playing Dredge in modern. The post-board games can be a little bit miserable, but the actual play patterns of the deck, I think, are super fine. Is the blue-green Eldrazi deck dead now? I don't think so. I think that deck had plenty of reasonable draws even without Oko. Needs to be retooled a little bit. I think calling it dead would probably be a stretch. All right, get to board in a couple of Grafdigger's cages. Languish seems fine here. Kalitas obviously great. Questing Beast and Nissa Vital Force not very good. Not looking to grind here. Vastwood Seer also seems less than stellar. I think I want 2 trophies, but I don't want more than that. I need a few ways to kill Gurmag Angler, and Trophy plus Rider does that. Is Thoughtseize good enough here? I guess Thoughtseize lets me take their ways that kill my hate cards, so that's probably worth keeping in. Maybe I don't want all 4. Let's see, I'll bring in 1 more trophy. The appearance of sealed tokens and Theros pre-order bundles leads me to believe arena prizing will start to diversify in the next year. Diversify in what way? I'm going to mulligan this looking for some graveyard hate. Sweet. Bottom the Rider here. Keep this open for an Explore creature, I think. Maybe that's wrong. Not just gems. It's optimistic. Obviously should have been greedy and bottomed Forest. Kept the Rider. Cage has been good so far today. Been happy to have this card in my deck. My sideboard. Wow, Brick on. Brick on Satyr Wayfinder. Been there, feel you. Hey, R Large. Congrats on surviving the first semester. Hope you have a good holiday break. Sure. I don't have a Kalitas in sight. This still fills their graveyard a little bit, but I don't think I'm going to sit here and take a bunch of damage. Here's Gurmag Angler. Going. Big fishing. Do 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 do. Boop, boo, do, do, do. Was that a good draw, chat? Was the Jadelight Ranger a good draw? If so, why? Well, you know. Yeah, I agree, Jared. Even if the blue-green deck's still playable, I personally enjoy playing the blue-red version a lot more. But I'm set enough. Look at that. Burritos. You see with Arena adding Lotus, etc. I would be incredibly surprised, Guts, if we don't see a cube-style event on Arena in 2020. The amount of money and hype surrounding those types of things on Moto is huge, and they're leaving piles of money on the table, not making it a priority. While there's definitely a number of cards in Magic's history that are going to be difficult for them to program, I think there's enough cards to make a vintage style cube that should be trivial for them to program, that they should be able to do it very quickly. Oh, look at that. We have whatever these are. Ooh, useless cards. As far as this deck is concerned, I don't know. It felt okay. I don't know that I really have a good measurement. Like, it's hard to say as the format shapes up with like the regular bannings. It's hard to know if these types of threats are good enough for the format as a whole until things start to settle a little bit. While things are still getting figured out, it felt like this could be an okay deck against the matches that we played today. But like the matches that we played today could be very different from other matches coming up, like as the format shakes out a little bit more. Hey Mojo, thanks for the 17 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. All right. Pioneer actually blew through really quickly today, so I think we should have time to get to 4 historic decks. So I'm going to go ahead and hit a quick ad roll while we get set up for Arena here. When I get back, we're going to play some Kisses combo followed by a bunch of other sweet things in historic. So thanks for hanging out today, folks. See you in a few.